All right, it's February 7th, or really the 8th. Long COVID and chronic fatigue are so much fun. Let me just tell you about that. The second up went a little longer and apparently threw a set alarm clock. So, yeah, but we're still making it. I'm still feeling the swimminess of a chronic fatigue spell, so we're going to try to power through this. But, we can't get into the shows I'm going to recommend without first highlighting, if you notice the date, it's a big weekend, a traditional weekend of this big event here in the U.S. You know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. You know. I can see it in your eyes. Yep. It's the Superb Owl Weekend. Yep. As popularized by What We Do in the Shadows, and probably existed way before that. But, really good episode. And if you haven't watched the show or the movie, both are excellent, amazing. I thought they stuck the landing of the series finale, as sad as it was to see it end. But, really good show. But, speaking of, we've got to figure out what owl do we think is highly favored, or maybe we want to win this weekend, right? Though, I don't think I could name one. Well, I could probably name a couple, but I don't think I can name all of them off the top of my head. So, let's go over to the American Bird Conservancy website and see what they got here, which it looks like they're alphabetical. We got the barn owl, which, look at that adorable one, as made famous from that wizarding movie. We also got the barred owl. Do you think it sings? It's not that kind of bard. The boreal. Mm-hmm. The burrowing owl. Ooh, that's that one. Oh, that's cool. It's thin, but I'm guessing it's because it's digging into, burrowing. Well, we got the eastern screech. We got the elf owl. I'm just going to keep making jokes about referencing old classic literature, right? Like Tolkien there. Anyways, we got the fringus. We got the flaminated, the great gray. We got the great horned long-eared. I like that picture. I just, invokes what you might not want to see in the middle of the night. We've got the northern pygmy. Looks adorable. The northern saw. Ooh. The snowy owl, of course. How can you not root for that one? Spotted. There's so much, and I guess we made it to the end here. Well, what do I want to go with? Who am I going to root for this weekend? Let's see. We've got, of course, you can't go wrong with the snowy owl. And look at that wingspan. Like, holy crap. It's a gorgeous owl. So, you can go with that. But, there's also, the classic, the great horn. And it's a good-looking owl, right? But, I'm thinking we've got one more. I've got one more that I think I'm gonna lean toward. We're gonna root for the northern saw-whet owl because it's just so adorable, and yeah, I think I'm gonna root for the northern saw. So there you go. We've got it. We've ironed out at least who I'm rooting for. You can go check out and Google search and choose who you're gonna root for. But should be a really competitive weekend at the Superb Owl. Anyways, well, while you're, maybe distracted by what owl you think might be the best, there are shows, and there's actually a lot of shows, especially Saturday, so you're going to want to actually go check out some of these. And I know I don't like leading us on, right? But I got shows to tell you about, so let's go. Yes, welcome to another episode of Every Show Joe Says Go, where I'm recommending shows that you go to. Right, unlike those ones that you don't go to. But also usually, at minimum, one artist, if not more, on all these that I fucking think are awesome, that you will enjoy. And everyone's always complimentary around it. And then, of course, I still recommend, if you're going indoors, to, mask and be... Especially as I'm seeing flu is apparently really dominating and causing some issues. Crazy, right? But yeah, so it at least helps slow the spread and make the space more inclusive, welcoming for our immunocompromised friends and everything. And also anything to decrease your chance of what the fuck I've been dealing with for 31 months now. It's 31 months as of February 4th. So hooray! I don't think that's really... I want to feel better. But yeah, so do what you can there. But yeah, there's some awesome stuff. Of course, other housekeeping, be sure to like this wherever you're watching it, wherever it's YouTube, it's Instagram, Facebook, Threads, Blue Sky. I should figure out, I don't know if it would work on TikTok. That's more short form, right? Well, food for that. Anyways, go like it, assuming you like it. Hopefully I haven't upset you by my choice of owl. I know it might be, we can bring it back up. I don't think that's a controversial choice. I'm just saying. But, you know, might differ. But yeah, be sure to support wherever you're doing that. And of course, the other thing is, I don't get ad revenue. Nope. Especially not on YouTube. I haven't reached that subscriber count that will actually qualify me for that, like, what is it, quarter of a penny or whatever you make per ad. But, you know, you can help support in other ways. For one, if you are watching on YouTube or thinking about it, you can always click that subscribe button that's over there. I guess I should, there we go, that's better. 3 dimensions. But yeah, you can hit that subscribe button, get notifications when any of these content or anything else I upload to the channel goes live. And also, as those numbers go up, they give you access to more features. So that's the other thing. But the other thing you can do to support, since I don't get that, like, ad revenue, well, you can always go to patreon.com/everyshowjoe. Yes, that address one more time, patreon.com excuse me, there we go, or I'm gonna die. Patreon.com/everyshowjoe. I think I'm supposed to say it 3 times, so it just sticks. But yeah, you can go support me there. I've got a $1 a month tier, $5 a month tier. Consider it like tipping, or whatever. I don't know why I put that in quotes. Consider it like tipping, and supporting me that way for the effort I put in and try. And then when my health isn't fighting with me, trying to get out to shows, help me out there, all that kind of fun stuff. So patreon.com/everyshowjoe. The other thing, I can also mention I do invest like a little bit of, but it's donated to me back into other artists' Patreons. So there you go. But another thing to mention is everyshowjoe.com. Normally, when I have the green screen featured in the scrolling background, but you can go just check out my photography, and I write with it. I tell you why those bands and artists are fucking amazing. Of course, dealing with long COVID, it has kind of 3 now, I think. At each year mark and at the new year, this past one, reflecting on everything I've gone through and all that fun stuff. But yeah, you can go check out some of my favorite photography and favorite bands that I want to fucking tell you about and photograph, and can't wait to get back to when it doesn't fucking kill me with this chronic fatigue. So you can go check that out, everyshowjoe.com. And there's a store, if it hasn't deactivated because I haven't clicked on it in a little while. You can go check that out, pick up an Every Show Joe shirt, and support me that way too. So throw that there. And then one really cool thing underneath this week's episode, you're probably like, what is this amazing artist, this amazing music? And it's like Sundressed. Yep, that's what it's our local Sundressed, doing the song Shake off their last full album, which I should have had them on underneath one of these episodes sooner. And I realized what happened is that I've been buying their vinyls, and I haven't had any digital like files, at least of anything that I would be posting publicly before them. So, you know, wanted to finally get it on there, and yeah. So now we got Sundressed, and you can hear how awesome it is. Yes, I know, it's emo. Oh, bruh. But it's fucking amazing. I don't care what you think. Plus, my taste over the last, 12 years? 13 years? Something like that. My tastes have expanded and grown. So, open up your mind. Enjoy some of this amazing music coming out of our scene. Like Sundressed, and off their last full album of the song Shake. So, check that out on their Bandcamp to support. Of course, other things, speaking of supporting, let's get proactive. Let's go just try to make the world a more positive place and be active in it and work to combat bullshit, racism, sexism, transphobia, homophobia, all that bullshit that's been magnified under the current returning administration. Fuck that bullshit. If I turn red, it's just because I am angry or passionate. But yeah, I like to promote every week ways to get involved, and it's all, speaking of getting involved, it's all on everyshowjoe.com. You can actually go there. There's a get involved section with all these links. I am going to highlight one thing as my heart goes out to, well, the whole scene, but to Travis of Jaffe's Descent, lost Melody Mason, and so there's a GoFundMe set up to help with funeral costs and expenses and all that stuff. And so I got that link to over on the Get Involved page. If you're looking for that link, I also posted over to Every Show Joe Facebook, Threads, and Blue Sky. So if you're looking for the link, you can find it in like 4 different places. Plus, if you check out everyone, especially on the local alternative indie rock kind of scene, has been sharing it around. But you can go support that. Just tragic and sad, and it sucks to see whenever the scene is in mourning over someone. That was a big part of it. So, of course, there's that, and then there's also I feel like I should be doing. Wait, nope. It feels like Yep, it was. All right. But of course, there's also links there to help with the LA wildfires. Links to 4 organizations that I saw Josh Gad linking to. That's on there. There's also a link to support the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. There is links to Black Lives Matter. The Phoenix one here says I'm out of Phoenix. There's also Put Air in Action, another great organization. Man, so many things. And I have notes, and I'm still like, where can you do this off the top of my head? Stop AAPI Hate.org, the Asian American Pacific Islander First Nations.org for indigenous, who've been caught up in these stupid ass immigration raids just because they're clearly racially profiling. Who would have saw that coming? It's some bullshit. But yeah, so we can try and do some proactive stuff and support, like the Black Lives Matter. Most of these sites have activities that you can go do and get involved with and support in person. If you don't have the time, of course, they take donations. I also have the ACLU linked on there because they're making a big effort to help fight against a lot of this horrible shit that's trying to be passed. Also linked to 1 in 10, great LGBTQ youth organization here out of Phoenix. There's a bunch of awesome stuff that I've linked there. You can go support, and we can try to make a bigger difference and fight hate, fight bigotry, fight whatever you want, racism, misogyny. There's so many synonyms and words that I could use to describe what I've been describing every week, because this is horrible and no one should be treated unequally. But apparently the current administration thinks everyone should be a white guy, and otherwise they're unqualified, and that is complete and utter horseshit. Yeah, see? I deviated. I didn't call it bullshit. But yeah, so fuck all that shit. Let's make a better world for everyone and all our friends and all our family and all that stuff. And of course, speaking of that, ones that are involved with the punk scene, there is Feed Phoenix that helps with homeless here in Phoenix and feeding them, as in the name, but also against self-harm, all that kind of stuff. Punk Rock Saves Lives, nationally involved with the punk scene, and you've probably seen them at shows. They were even at 8123 Fest here in Phoenix, if I remember right. So yeah, you can go check all of that out. Great organizations, great things to do. And speaking of great things to do, of course, you want to go support your favorite musicians, your favorite bands, wear the shirts, buy the music. I just bought a digital copy of Sundress album, and at least up until 1 a.m. our time, Pacific, midnight. There, it was also they're donating proceeds to all the LA wildfire stuff, so super cool. But yeah, go on the Bandcamps, but also go directly to the merch booths. Go directly to the merch sites of the artists. That is the best way to support them and where they get the most out of it. Buy the shirts, buy the vinyls, go buy the CDs. You can go on Bandcamp. You don't have to have, you can just get something digital. Anything you can throw. That's the best way to support your favorite musicians, your favorite bands. So, of course, throw that out there. And then, yeah, speaking of merch booths, where do you find a merch booth? At a live show, in a venue. And I've got something to tell you for the next 7 days, and I guess I'll still cover Friday, even though, but yeah, so Friday, The 7th, of course, there was First Friday with Diva Bleach, New Mysphoria from Tucson, Pleasure Cult, Orame, and Breathing Techniques at Walter Studios, 6:30 p.m. We got Bear Belly's record release show with Kiss Red Army, Bulletproof Backpacks, and Brian Mogul at Taproom 120, 7 p.m. Got Femme Punk AZ Presents with Veratu, Shovel, Queens of Noise, Yucca Tap, 8 p.m. Got the runner-up, Big Destroyer, Revolutionary Development, Winston, and Factory Reset at Grand Opening, or the Grand Opening. my notes. But at the grand opening. Grand reopening? There we go. We'll go with it. At Focow, 6 p.m. We've got Reverend Horton Heat down in Tucson with Black Joe Lewis. Pinata protests at the Rialto Theaters, 8 p.m. Tucson Loves LA, which is a benefit directly to the LA wildfires, with Howie Gelb and friends, Beth Goodfellow, Birds and Arrows, Foger Lund, Brian Lopez, and more at the Hotel Congress down in Tucson, 6 p.m. And then at the R Bar, we got Ace Res Tone and These Still Nights down there in Tucson at 10 p.m. And Moon Tour with significant others from up here in Phoenix. And see you soon at the Groundworks down there in Tucson, 7 p.m. And then Saturday, a loaded Saturday. I'm enjoying having just like free reign without a green screen behind me, I guess. I'm like, whoo. But yeah, let's get right into Saturday. We've got Melody Mason Celebration of Life. I put this at the top here to highlight. It's going to have a bunch of local musicians and friends there sharing stories, playing music for her, raising money for all that stuff over the Dark Side here in Tempe at 1 p.m. So go support and check that out. And then, yeah, it is so much stuff. Like even just down the street from there. Over at the Marquee Theater, we've got Reverend Horton Heat back in town with Black Joe Lewis and Pinata Protest, which is just going to be a fucking party, I can only imagine. But yeah, that one's 6:30 p.m. We got Fang and the Freeze here with the Besmirchers up from Tucson, and Scorpion vs. Tarantula at Chopper John's, 8 p.m. Bring an umbrella for possibly some blood splattering from that Besmircher set. That's not... I don't know if that is an understatement. But yeah. Anyways, that will be fucking fun, I'm sure. 8 p.m. We also got the Zeros here with French Girls, with the Jerk Officers, and Harry Jerkface. There's a lot of jerks there. Anyways, at the Nile Underground, 7:30 p.m. Got JJCNV with Doms, with Second Head, with Knife Fight over at Rips Bar at 9 p.m. Yeah, Doms is fucking amazing. I mean, all of that's fucking amazing. If you haven't seen them, check them out. 9 p.m. for that start. Something Outrageous, Brad Stacy, Auburn Effigy, and Fractured Obscurity at Ground Zero Studios, 6:30 p.m. Like, you can't go wrong with any of these shows. I'm just going to say it. These are fucking amazing bills and lineups put together of an awesome sampling of a lot of local and a couple touring and national. And we still got more. We've got also the maybe next year's MF Gloom and Betting on the End at the MySpace Phoenix, 7 p.m. Got the M3F Battle of the Bands featuring Cameron Young, the Hourglass Cat, Diego Summers, Practically People, Low Red, and Taylor Anderson over at the Crescent Ballroom, 7:30 p.m. And I guess I always mention, right? You got to get one of their burritos. They're just amazing. We got Thus Love with Flags, Pleasure Cult at Valley Bar, 7 p.m. We've also got Condition Failure with Devil Moon Risen, Zero Gravity, and 73 Libra at Timeout Lounge, 7 p.m. And then up in Flagstaff, we got Agent Orange back in Arizona. They're like Arizona. They were here enough that they used to be like, to feel like a local band. But you got Agent Orange with TV Tragedy, Winter Haven, and T.O.B. up the Yucca North, up in Flagstaff, 7 p.m. And then down in Tucson, we've got your friend Neurantha with Tristan Jemzik, The Cause of Depression, and Weekend Lovers at the Groundworks down there, Tucson, 7 p.m. Then Sunday, a really cool one for an awesome person, Nate Anderson. Apparently I did not know he had a record label, or it escaped my brain. We're just going to play brain fog. But yeah, we got Clashing with Cancer, a crucial barbecue benefit show for Nate Anderson of May Cause Dizziness Records, featuring the epic return of the Impossible Ones. I hope I feel okay to go check that out. We got Bocat, we got Chip Hanna, and I think Chip is actually drumming with the Impossible Ones in a kind of newer updated lineup. But yeah, fucking holy crap. Parkway, Knife's Edge, Yucca Tap, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Brunch starts at 11 a.m. to noon, and then music and go from there. So really, really cool stuff. We got Reverend Horton Heat up in Flagstaff. There you go. With Black Joe Lewis and Pinata Protest, just to bring the party north at Yucca North, 7 p.m. Monday. It looks like everyone wants to relax, whether you're watching owls or you're watching music. Tuesday also light. But Wednesday, we've got the first pour of Whiskey Famine, their new EP first pour, that is, with the Unholy Missionaries, the DeVillains, and Swain at the Yucca Tap, 8 p.m. I gotta fucking see Unholy Missionaries. Like, Thurston is fucking awesome. Like, I need my health back. There is so much awesome here. And then Thursday, we got Sheree and the Butterfly Effect with ZC Keeley at Yucca Tap, 7:30 p.m. And then Friday, Arizona's birthday, the 14th of February. What else is it? Singles Awareness Day, Valentine's Day, something like that. Anyways, we got Scalentine's Day with Torn of the Scene, Swigfoot, Rocket Sedman, and Scavalinas at Yucca Tap, 7 p.m. We got Anything Faux Love with the Frequency Principle, Mean Gene and Kid Keith, and Manic Monkeys at Flock House, 7 p.m. We got Valentine's Day for the Broken Hearted. That's actually a good name here. With AG Session, with Foreclosure, I'm just going to say for The Very Bad Things, and In Lessons at Time Out Lounge, 7 p.m. Plus, we got Astro Orange album release show with Spilt and I have hiccups. Anyways, Silver Lake Rodeo at the Valley Bar, 7 p.m. We made it. My head is probably, but I was able to read all the notes I needed. So there you go. We got a good weekend, especially Saturday, and a lighter week, but with some cool stuff, including 2 album releases. And Sunday, fucking, how can you not want to go out there and check out all that awesomeness over Yucca Tap with some food? So, yeah, go support your awesome favorite touring and local bands and artists, and hopefully my health is gonna fucking improve until sooner than later. I hate this. I hate it, especially when it messes up but I enjoy fucking loving making these videos. So I think that's all I got. Of course, be safe if you're gonna go out there. If you're gonna drink, of course, get a DD or a rideshare. Be responsible about that. And of course, have fun out there. Spread the word of any of these artists that you fucking think are amazing. They'll appreciate it. I appreciate it, especially right now, living vicariously through social media more than I used to until my health improves. But yeah, so there you go. Guess that's that, right? Until next week, take care.